What's going on? It's your boy Sermon at Sermon's Domain on Twitter. Kid Ink released a new surprise album titled Summer in the Winter on Christmas Day. And when he was promoting it on Twitter, one of the things that he talked about was how it's less of the mainstream Kid Ink and more of the mixtape Kid Ink. So I had to put this theory to the test. I listened to Summer in the Winter several times, and then I went back and listened to Daydreamer, which is probably one of my favorite Kid Ink mixtapes. You know, I've been listening to him since Crash Landing, the very first mixtape that he really emerged as Kid Ink. And Daydream is my favorite. I remember listening to Low Key Poppin' and thinking, man, this is one of the last great moments for the runners, the producers. But I gotta say, I don't think this is really mixtape Kid Ink. It feels like another album for Kid Ink. You have like Promise featuring Fetty Wap, clearly a single. You got Akon on Rewind, which is also another single. And then like the entire project is executive produced by DJ Mustard. So you get several DJ Mustard beats throughout the project, and then some other producers, which I didn't look up the credits to see who else is on the project. But a lot of the material just doesn't sound like a mixtape Kid Ink sound. Mixtape Kid Ink was very diverse in production. He had the known to the unknown, and the features were the same way. And he was, he's doing more. I feel like here he's kind of just coasting along on that, like that mainstream success. There's like, a few good songs like Timeout and Bank, and they're both kind of ruined by bad hooks. Bank, I think the more I listen to Bank, the more I get less annoyed by it. But when I first heard the hook, I'm like, this is horrible. And it's like an uncredited person doing the hook, so I don't know who it was. But I just didn't like the hook. And then Timeout, I feel the hook is like suffering from a bad concept. Like, he's talking about how he's going to put his girl on timeout, not a daughter, but his actual girlfriend. And I don't know, it just seems weird. Maybe I'm in the minority with this, but that was just a weird concept for me. I really enjoyed the short intro on Blowing Swishers 2. It got me hyped for the record because I thought it was going to be something that's like very 808s and Heartbreaks. That if you listen to the intro, you're going to be like instantly recognizing that from Kanye. But then the beat just turned into another generic, disposable type of beat that really didn't, make the part 2 special. Part 1 was special because he flipped Big Sean's What You Doing, and that whole flow was meshed into Blowing Swishers, so I like that. But here it's just kind of like, it's there. Another record I didn't like was Good Idea. Overall, I just felt it was a filler material, and I just think having DJ Mustard executive produce this could have been a lot better. I feel like DJ Mustard is more diverse of a producer than a lot of people give him credit for, and he doesn't show this on here. If you listen to like T-Fly's Fireworks mixtape from 2013, you can see that he can make these really dope R&B type of beats that are not just like the piano driven, records that you hear with like YG and like everybody in the industry that wanted to work with him. So DJ Mustard has a lot to offer, but I feel like maybe the artists themselves are wanting that particular sound, and it's oversaturating, and it's also hurting DJ Mustard. And I think some of the beats on here are a lot better than, some of his other work. But at the same time, when you blend it all together and listen to the project start to finish, it just sounds a little, repetitive. And going back to like Rewind, I feel like that's a beat that he's used before, or something like very similar to that. And that's one of the things that he suffers from on Summer in the Winter is the production just sounds, repetitive, like he's used it before. And I don't know. I think I will say that it's better than his last album, Full Speed. Full Speed to me really came and went, and I know it's one of those albums that came out in the first couple months of 2015, so a lot of the times they get lost, when it comes down to like the end of the year stuff. But I don't remember anything, being too big about that album. And yeah, I think Summer in the Winter is a much better album, but it's still not mixtape kidding like he said it was. So that left me a little bit disappointed. But there's still some records on here. Now I got 3 questions for you guys. What was your favorite track and why? For me, I'm gonna have to go with, I think, Rewind. I like that record. I like Akon hooks because they just don't sound outdated ever. You know, Akon's one of those artists that maybe a lot of people aren't paying attention to him, but he's still putting out good stuff here and there. Um, Number 2, what was having DJ Mustard executive produce the album a good idea? Let me know in the comment section below. What did you think about that? I talked about it myself. And 3, is Summer in the Winter better than Full Speed? I say yes. I would love to know what you think. Is it better than his first album, Fastlane? I believe it was titled. Let me know in the comment section below. And then like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, share the video, follow me on Twitter at SermonsDomain. As always, thank you for your time. I appreciate you for watching. And until next time, peace.